I remember a few years ago meeting in Student Life by the TV, and we were all sitting around, and it was myself and a few other members, Emily, the past president, and Megan, along with Beth and a few BOD. And we were sitting there, and Brian asked the question, what is Forever Ed? And I remember looking at Megan, and I was like, I couldn't explain it to you. Like, I joined because somebody told me to, and I really love what I'm doing, but I don't know how to explain it to people. And so now here we are, and we can explain it, and we hope that you see that through all these stories that all the seniors have.
My favorite Forever Ed moment has probably been homecoming week. That was a really great week to really get to know a lot of the new members and get closer with some of the old members, and we got to do some really fun things like flag football and the lip sync, so I think that's definitely my favorite Forever Ed memory.
I'd have to say that my favorite moment while being in Forever Ed had to be probably my first event that I actually attended as a closed member, which was Dinner with 50. It was my first opportunity to kind of see what the organization was all about and the purpose that it serves here on this campus.
So my favorite moment in Forever Ed was probably presenting at the first ever State Day, which was actually held at Saginaw Valley last spring, and I presented all about Red Pride and what it means to me and kind of how we propel that on our campus.
My favorite Forever Ed moment would have to be the summer retreat. During summer retreat, it's just so fun. All of us get together and we're able to talk about things that we want to do for students, and we talk about things that we want to do as a group throughout the year. And it's just always a great time for us to get together and really just embrace each other.
But just being with everyone in Forever Ed, I realized that my senior year, like everyone in Forever Ed, were my best friends, and I'm really grateful for that because I think it just speaks to how close everyone gets in Forever Ed.
If I were to give any advice to a Forever Ed member, I would say respond right away to Brian. I remember I would be at work and just looking at my computer, and as soon as I saw the email from Brian, I would immediately respond, and Brian can probably attest that I would respond in a minute or two, just because I knew how important networking was, and these opportunities offer so many networking opportunities, and I just knew how important it was.
Any advice I'd give to open and closed members is just to really get involved. We offer a lot of opportunities for you to do really cool different things, networking, and just meeting new people. Get out there, and so don't be afraid to go to an event even if your friends aren't going. Just be there, stand up, make it worth something.
I think there's a lot of different things that I could give as advice to current open and closed members of Forever Ed, but I think there's one thing that I could really nail down. It would be this, and it's something that I told my association as I was leaving my position as president of the student body, and that is fear being remembered, but never fear being forgotten. And what I mean by that is when you are forgotten, and one day all of us will be, that means that the organizations like Forever Ed, Student Association, that have come after us, they've accomplished things so great and so overwhelmingly awesome that what we've done here today might seem minute, but it's not. We are part of building those building blocks and putting those in place so that future organizations can be successful. So don't fear being forgotten. And at the end of the day, that's why we're all leaders, is to be one day forgotten so that other leaders that come after us can be as successful as we were and even more.
Forever Ed has helped me with my 10-second elevator pitch. Without that, I don't think that I'd be able to have as many of the professional skills built upon that 10-second speech that I now have today.
I think my time here in Forever Ed has impacted my life in a number of different ways. The biggest one, I think, being it's shown me a newfound appreciation for why we do what we do as students, why we engage in leadership positions, why we strive to be more every single day, and why we give back to a university like SVSU. We serve in those roles and we give back to this institution because we want students that come after us to have those same opportunities and even more opportunities in the future.
Forever Ed has impacted my SBSU experience by bringing some really incredible people into my life, and it's also helped me to grow as a leader and as an individual so that I'm more prepared for a real world after graduation.
Forever Ed has impacted my experience at SVSU by really helping me come out of my shell and be more outgoing with talking to people, and also with talking to professionals, really having my elevator speech prepared and all these things that will benefit me in the future.
In my field, it's really important to know people and network, so I think it's really prepared me for that in the future.
So last summer, I went to a legislative dinner at President Bashan's house, and I had been to a couple before, so I really didn't expect anything out of it. I was really excited, obviously, to get the experience, and there was two others that went because it was in the summer. Not really everyone could make it, busy schedules, and so I went. And I ended up talking to Dom Monaster, he came and spoke to my Cardinal Business Edge classes, and kind of started talking to him, and then he asked me a really serious question. He was like, so what do you want to do with the rest of your life? Like, what is your dream job if you could just have anything? And I love traveling, but I really love Michigan. And so I was like, pure Michigan. I love marketing. I love the whole idea of it. And he was like, oh, that's interesting. I have a connection. And I was like, oh, okay. And not really thinking, didn't know if it was going to go anywhere. But he mentioned Annie Rummel, and that was the first time I ever heard her name. And then after that, I heard her name so many times. And she runs the Go Great Lakes Bay region, the Convention Visitors Bureau. And so I met with her a couple times, and we talked, and she asked me to send everything that I wanted out of a job. And so, of course, I had a list of 15 things, and after that, she was like, and I sent her my resume with it, and the last week of finals for the first semester, the fall semester, she called me and offered me a position. And it was super exciting. And so that's what I'm doing after graduation. And without going there and having that conversation with Dom, I would have never made that connection. And so it just goes to show how valuable those connections are, and those conversations can really lead to something that you never ever expected.
I'm really excited to take what Forever Ed taught me at SVSU in the future with my career plans after I graduate. I'll be going to graduate school in Florida at a school called Nova Southeastern University, and they have one of the lowest alumni engagement rates in the entire country. So I'm excited to be able to bring what I know about alumni engagement that I learned from Forever Ed.
So with working in schools, I'll feel more comfortable jumping on different boards and helping with different events at the schools, and so that'll really help me a lot.
I believe that Forever Ed was my starting point in being involved on campus. With me nagging at Brian, asking him when can I join this great organization, I honestly don't believe that I would have done so much if I didn't ask that question, what can I do to join Forever Ed? Because Forever Ed opened up the opportunities of networking for me, and I am extremely thankful now that I'm about to graduate and I look back on the majority of the things that I've done, and actually I can say that I've done them because of Forever Ed.
I'd personally like to thank everybody in Forever Ed that I've known and been able to have the opportunity to build relationships with over the last 4 years.
I just want to thank Forever Ed for everything that it's done for me, and I'm super excited to be able to incorporate it into my real life experiences.
Most importantly, I would like to thank Forever Ed for all the skills that they've given me in my life. All of my friends, the organization, just starting to really build my leadership skills as a student here. And I've loved all my friends here, and I just thank them for helping me build courage and helping me be able to talk to people that or maybe of higher importance than me with confidence and pride, and be able to just love our school together. And I think that especially the traits of leadership and communication I'll be able to take with me into my life. So I love Forever Ed, and I'm really glad that I got to spend it with
everyone here. So, even though Forever Red as a student ends today, Forever Red will always be in my heart, and I'll always be a member of Forever Red.
There are so many things that I could say about what Forever Red has given me and how it's impacted my experience here at SVSU, but I think the most important one is just all the amazing people that I've gotten to meet here in Forever Red. I've loved being able to learn with and grow with some of my best friends, and for that I am so grateful.